Hi, welcome to Glow's Tender Kitchen, and I'm Glow. I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and I just wanted to share a simple recipe with you guys that I have made over the years, and I wanted to share it with you. It's something that you could do at night when you come home from work, or you just don't really feel like, making an elaborate meal. And it's out of a cookbook that I've had for years called the Old Fashioned Cookbook, and it's by Jan McBride Carlton. And if I recall, we got this when we were in St. Louis, and I think it was at the Arch that I bought this. But most of the recipes in this book are excellent. But today I want to make you the Curried Frankfurter Casserole, and it is delicious. So let's go ahead and get started. The main ingredient you really need is if you have hot dogs, sausage, whether it's smoked, you could use Polish sausage, andouille sausage, whatever you have on hand. It doesn't have to be Frankfurters. Actually today, I'm going to be using Boar's Head uncured cocktail beef Frankfurters and the Oscar Mayer natural Angus, the all beef ones. So that's what I had on hand. And when you buy these that are the Boar's Head, they have them attached still. So as I'm cooking this, I'm going to go ahead and cut these, just like that. You could leave them together, but I just find it's easier to eat that way. They say to cut these pieces like in, about a 2-inch piece. I actually cut the hot dog a little bit smaller. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the ingredients. I'm going to just read off these ingredients to you, and we're going to start putting it in. It calls for 1/2 cup of sugar, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in my pan. It calls for 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I went ahead and measured out. Cornstarch always seems to want to stick. And it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of curry. Calls for black pepper, but I like the red pepper flakes in it. So, and I'm not going to add a lot, just a few dashes there. You can see it in the pan there. It calls for 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use pink Himalayan tonight, but that's not even 1/4. That's just a very scant amount. But I feel like with the hot dogs, there's going to be enough salt, and if someone wants more salt, they can add it. And so then it calls for the dash of the pepper, and now it's 1/2 cup, or 1/2 cup I should say, of water. There's a total of 1 cup here, but it says to just put in 1/2 cup to start with. And that's to help blend all this stuff together. It doesn't have to be exact, but that's pretty close. And you just stir this together. I like using a wire whisk for this. When I'm using the cornstarch, it just seems to bring it together better. Once this gets blended enough, then we can add the rest of the water. The main thing is you want to get rid of those lumps. A couple more little lumps there. There. Now I'm just going to start adding the rest of that 1/2 remaining cup of water. And this is just room temperature water. There. Now it calls for 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 1/4 cup of white vinegar, white distilled vinegar. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And I just measured everything out, so it's much easier for us to do this together. Just moving stuff over so I can turn on my burner. So what you want to do is cook this so that it thickens up nicely. And the last thing that I'm going to add is the juice from pineapple. Here, the chunks of pineapple. I'm going to show you. Now, it didn't call for the juice from the Mandarin oranges. I'm sure that would be very good, but if I did both, then it would be too much liquid. So I'm going to save the juice from the Mandarin oranges for another time. So there's 1/2 cup of the Mandarin oranges and a can of the pineapple. And the pineapple size here is 20 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and add the juice here from the pineapple. There we go. Now I'm just going to cook this on medium-low until it starts to thicken. So I'll be back when it starts to thicken and we'll go on to the next step. Well, it's been about, I would say, 7 minutes, and look how nice this is coming together.
Looks good, Miss Clown.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the whisk. It's done its job. Set it over here on a plate. And now what we're going to do is we're going to be adding the remainder of the ingredients. I did forget to tell you, this is 1 green pepper cut into bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
I wanted to show you what they look like. See? So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. I'm going to use my spoon like that. Reason I do that is so it doesn't splash. If that sauce splashes up on you with it boiling like that, it's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt me because I'm right in front of it.
Yep, it will. I'm going to do the same thing with the peppers and the mandarin oranges. Doesn't that look good?
Looks good.
And now I'm going to do the Frankfurters. I'll just set that down for a moment. I'm going to stir this together. I'm going to let this come to a boil again, so I'll be right back, and then it won't take long at all. Then we're going to put it in a casserole dish so we can put it in the oven.
Sounds good.
Well, now it's time to get this into the casserole dish. And it says a 2-quart casserole dish. So we're going to go ahead and put it in. I already have some rice cooking in the oven. And Richard, will you remember to put a link to that, how to cook rice in the oven? So this is just, you know, an awesome dish. Once you get it put together, you put it in the oven and you can do what you want while it's cooking. This takes about a half an hour in the oven. And the rice takes about 45 minutes. So that's why I went ahead and put the rice in there.
Your handle's in the way there, Miss Clown.
Oh, sorry. Doesn't that look delicious, you guys?
Looks good.
Nice change from everyday dinners. So this is also good for a party because a lot of people have never had this.
Let's have a party then.
So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes, and we'll be back and we're going to try this together. Well, I just took this out of the oven. Doesn't that look delicious? I got to tell you, it smells really good.
Looks good, Miss Clown.
And such an easy meal for after work or even on the weekends. It comes together very easily, and it is really good. The rice is going to be coming out of the oven too, and then we're going to be plating this up, and I'm going to sample it for you. I'll see you back in just a little bit. Well, now is the best time. It's time for the taste test. Look at this, you guys.
Looks good to me.
Yeah. You can have dinner on the table probably in 45 minutes to an hour making this dish for your family. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite now. It smells really good. Mmm. It's delicious. This is very good. The only thing I would do, I think, if I did it again, is I haven't made this in a bit. And when our kids were home still, I didn't put a lot of curry in it, but I like curry. So I would probably up that to a teaspoon, and that would be it. This is really good. But if you don't like a lot of curry, the half a teaspoon is perfect. That is so good. I want to thank you guys for watching and for your time. And if you've enjoyed this video, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider to do that. Give me a like, thumbs up, or comment. And again, thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.